We saw an exciting World Cup cricket finals. But there are life lessons in that final. Lessons which we can use in our management and corporate life. Here are some of them. Let's delve into that. On paper, India was the better team. They had won all the previous 10 matches, including one against Australia itself. One learning from this is the past doesn't guarantee the future. I see a lot of overconfident young people around who have achieved something in the past and then they start thinking that they are entitled to success in future. And when they see things not happening fast enough or see that kind of recognition, they quickly get frustrated and then move to depression. One thing we must all remember: the past is good, it's for what it's worth, helps your confidence. It does not guarantee future. You need to keep working on your skills, on your learning, on your education to make sure your future is as successful as your past was. When you observe the teams playing, you realize that when India batted, you could see for some reason they were not the same. The whole pressure of the finals seemed to have got on to them. They weren't batting with the same abandon as before, except maybe Rohit and Virat. The rest seemed to be under some mental pressure. Even somebody like Rahul, who was in great touch recently, seemed to suddenly not be able to get a boundary for a long period of time. It just tells us that it's not about talent. It's not about how confident they are or they are at their peak and they're all blooming at the moment. It's about mental toughness. How mentally tough are you under pressure? Nothing else. Your degrees, your past doesn't matter. Right now, under pressure, how tough are you? Are you able to show the resilience that is needed to soak in the pressure? To me, this is a really big one. Till the last match, till this match we are talking of, Rahul's wicket keeping was praised by everyone. He was certainly fined because he had done so much, I'm sure, practice on his wicket keeping that he was brilliant till that match. In the first 5 overs, probably gave away some buys and many more runs because he was just tentative in his movement behind the stumps. Pressure. How mentally tough are you? Remember, you win some, you lose some, but the important thing really is, did you fight hard? Did India fight hard in this match? What do you think? The whole country was hurt at the end of the match, but somewhere I felt the hurt was not because India lost. It was because India didn't fight enough. That's more important. Not the results, but the effort. Winning and losing are all part of the game and part of life. There's a big message here. You don't win every cup you play. Every year is not as successful as the previous year. It doesn't mean anything. As long as you have worked hard enough, you have given it your best, then it doesn't matter. You can't win every year. Somebody else has to win. Somebody who's worked harder than you, somebody who's spent more time on skill development than you has won. Take your learnings and be gracious. Be gracious both in your win and in your loss. There's something striking about the way Australia came through the league matches, they were struggling. They're struggling. They lost to Netherlands, I think. Nearly lost to Afghanistan. But what will strike everyone is that there were these individual sparks of brilliance which stood out. Maxwell's 200 in a situation where they were out of the championship. And then in the finals, again one man stood up when 2-3 wickets fell quickly and played a belligerent innings. The point is, the team as a whole, even if it is down and out, can pick itself up and start fighting again if there are one or two people who bring up something extraordinary and do something inspiring for the rest of the team. In your teams that you work, remember each of us have a role to go that extra mile, to do something brilliant which will pep up the whole team. The sales numbers are not happening. Even if one of you go out and bring that big order which was very difficult to get, just see what happens to the morale of the rest of the team. Just picks everybody up. Sometimes individual brilliance is important in bringing the team up and bring that enthusiasm back. I remember the World Cup football final, an excellent game where France fought hard and in the end, after a valiant fight, lost to Argentina. You will all remember that as the captain slumped on the ground, one man walked in, the French president, Macron, and he patted him on the back and gave him a slight hug, and I'm sure he said, "It's okay, you've played very well, you fought well." We saw the same at the end of this match. The Prime Minister of India, Narendra Modi, walks into the dressing room and talks to all the players. Some of them are so depressed, they're standing in the back. He calls them in front and hugs them. Shami was in tears. He hugs Mohammad Shami, encourages Rohit, Virat, everyone. That's leadership. A leader needs to stay in front and with the boys, especially when the team is down. And actually, when the team is winning, he should stay backstage and let the team take the glory. I also like the way Rahul Dravid came out to talk to the press. When the team was doing very well, he let others take the limelight. And in this moment, he came up and he took the questions from the press. That was brilliant. Hope these insights were useful and there are some takeaways for you. Till the time we meet again, stay unstoppable.